The Aber isn't known for their creative architecture. Stock standard utility buildings with a dark grey finish. The Citizen, when on the rare occasion we can visit other countries, always talk of the vibrant colors. There were buildings and art that served no purpose, yet they were made. And not just made, but maintained, treasured. The Aber are quite proud of this fact. The ones that never saw anything else anyway. They would claim the rest of the world focuses on things that don't matter. While you looked at your art, I worked on what's real and important. Fren was one of those people. She was a proud Aber till our government failed her. This happy girl that would sing so beautifully. She was forced into a marriage with a man she did not love or care for her. He hated her singing, her art. He tried his best to control his side of her, hoping a child would turn her sane. While Ike is now a beloved family member, in those days he let his perfect idea of Fren rule his mind. This misguided man made my sister so miserable that one day she left. Those times were hard. I remember my father quitting his job to look everywhere for her. He'd put up the posters with a reward for any information. Of course, us Aber don't tend to care about the broken in our society, even more so the broken women. As for myself, I never joined my father in his search for her. Truthfully, I hoped we never found her, that she would be free on some beautiful island, doing as she pleases without a world to judge her. Those dreams were crushed when we got the papers that Fren was euthanized by our loving government. They deemed her to be an unproductive, mentally ill citizen. She spent 3 days in a barren cell, waiting to be humanely killed. On each of those days, the director would offer her a way back to the world if she gave up her fellow rebels. My sister, of course, refused. I ask you here, citizens of Aber, if you are okay with this. If you are okay with our own mothers, sister, aunts, friends to be killed by our leaders, surely you would want a world where we are taken seriously. The idea my sister was mentally ill is nothing more than a falsehood, and we all know it. She believed in her ideas, however alien to us, not in mental weakness, but in such a way she was willing to die for them. My sister was a sane woman, murdered for having the bravery to save her own. This is something I hope at least we can all respect for each other. I am a good woman to my husband, my kids, and yes, my country. Despite what my leaders did, I still believe in Aber. So to question my loyalty is not to read my words. I ask my own people if this nation, no matter how great, should let good women die for their own ideals and then spit on them by calling her insane. Shouldn't our loyalty allow us to make our country better by criticizing it? I'll miss you, friend. Your singing will stick with me forever. In my dreams, I still hear your lullabies. They still comfort me. Your art was beautiful. If only the matchmaker gave you a husband that could appreciate it. I know you and Ike had your differences. If you were here now, I would tell you he appreciated everything you were. He just didn't have the words to tell you. While we never saw eye to eye, you will still always be the best sister I could have.